Hello, everyone. I just quit my job today and I'm feeling super stressed out. So, I have another job that I'm starting on Wednesday, and today's Monday. Um, so it's really not even that big of a deal, and I have two interviews tomorrow for other jobs, and then I have following interviews in the days coming. So, I have been searching for other employment anyway. I have been getting ready to leave. I was intending on finding something that could kind of replace my main thing that I've been doing the last 5 months. And I was going to try to do a proper 2 week notice and leave amicably. But the director at the place that I was working, which is like the head honcho, um, basically like the general manager of the place. Um, she showed me today that I could not tolerate anything any further. Um, she straight up started lying about the past couple of months and the way things have gone. And I have been keeping documentation of other people not doing their jobs and it affecting my shift and having to do a lot of extra work because of other people not pulling their weight. And after I said that on September 12th, today she referenced that conversation, which it wasn't even a conversation, it was simply a text message that I had sent to her explaining that I have documentation of the fact that I've been asking for her to hold other people accountable and to get nightly cleaning done more consistently, and that our end time was not always long enough. It did not always give us enough time to finish what was expected of us, and that's part of the reason why the other people I was working with were not getting their stuff done. And then I wound up having to stay even later. When I first started for the first couple months, I only needed to stay like an extra 20 minutes most of the time at the most. And sometimes I'd get done on time. Sometimes, if it was a busier night, it would take me an extra 20 minutes. Over the course of time, other people started doing less and less and less, to the point where I was having to make up so much extra work that I had to be there for an hour after our scheduled time. I would try and say something, and there would be moments in time where people would do a bit more, but then it would go back to the way it was. And so I have been messaging my ex-director at this point every time that I've had to stay late, and the reasons why, because I'm documenting this. You know, how am I supposed to leave at a certain time when other people are asking me, like other workers for different areas are coming to me and asking me to continue to do tasks. And if I don't do those tasks for those people, I will also be reprimanded. So I was supposed to leave by 7, and it would be 7:05, 7:10. And I would have people coming and asking me to do more, make extra food, do extra things. And I would say, I am not even supposed to be here anymore. I am trying to wrap up my cleaning. And people would still not get it and expect me to do what they wanted. And so I've been trying to point this out to my ex-director. And I need to clear my throat 1 second. When it comes to everything, I worked in a kitchen. I'll just say I worked in a kitchen. The fridge would get super dirty. Over the last 5 months, I have been the only one to ever wipe out the bottom of the fridge where all the spills gather and build up. And I have pictures and I have proof of that. And I have been asking for this director and the team lead to do something about the fact that I am the only one doing these things. And the team lead literally got the job because his mom was the team lead, and his mom demanded that he take her job when she steps down. And for whatever reason, they obliged her and they gave him his job. Over the last 5 months, he has not, well, I guess he got it about 3 months ago, maybe a little less than that. So for the first couple months of me working, it was his mom. She stepped down and she had to do some stuff on her own. So she stepped away completely. And so he got the team lead position. Over the last couple months of him having that team lead position, he has not been doing his job as the team lead. And so all of the extra cleaning, all of the everything has been just completely not done. Things have not been taken care of unless basically I or one of the morning people, who is also pretty good, decided to take care of it. But the thing with that is that we can only do so much in our given shifts, especially considering none of us are full-time. I was getting the most amount of hours at one point with about like 32 hours a week. But given that none of us are even full-time, and we do have a lot to get done in a given shift, or we did because I don't work there now, 2 people doing the extra cleaning and, trying to take care of things out of the like 5 to 6 people working, that's only going to do so much. And so the team lead that hasn't been doing his job lately, and who got his job because his mom was the team lead before, he got demoted recently because there is this woman who is recently hired a couple months after me. And now that she's started speaking up and she's started talking about the stuff that I've been talking about, bringing up the same concerns that I've been bringing up since before she started, this team lead got demoted. And she got promoted for bringing up the same concerns that I've been bringing up. So I let it go because she is older and she has more experience, and I didn't want to be team lead anyway. However, the part where I knew that I was going to have to find another job was when one of the people who consistently misses her shifts and whatever, she's also one of the people who does not finish cleaning, and I was having to also, make up for her lack of work. I don't want to say lack of effort, but like she wasn't doing what she was supposed to, so I had to, step up, and I don't really know. So anyway, she was one of the people who, and this is where it's like, it's messed up. So she quit because of her own personal life. Like, I don't really need to get into that. I don't even really know the full details. It's not really prevalent anyway. So she quit, and for about 2 weeks they didn't have anyone to cover her shifts because she did do a 2-week notice, but then she only showed up for like the last the first week of that, and then the second week she just kind of no call no showed. So, but they also were not able to find anybody to replace her. So, after she quit, she was gone and not working there for probably about 4 weeks. The first couple of weeks that she wasn't there, I got called in and I was willing to cover multiple shifts that she was supposed to have worked. And then, once they couldn't find anybody else, and I felt like our team lead at the time, who was recently demoted, was going to have to, like, work every single day or something like that, you know, just working a lot, I offered to cover a couple of the shifts that she had had. And so I did that for a couple of weeks. And then when TJ and I went on vacation recently, when we got back from vacation, they had given this woman that quit and had done no call, no shows and all this other stuff that I had covered and I had helped, like, cover all of that. This woman called back and wanted her job back, and they gave her job back, and then they also gave her an extra shift, which took away someone else's shift. And so in order to make that up, they gave that person one of my shifts per week. And so I went down from 32 hours on average per week to 24. And I almost, when I came in and I saw that, and then I asked if that was a mistake, and I was told, no, that's how she wants it, I almost walked out of the job that day. But I didn't, because I was like, I don't have a backup plan. I need to pay my rent. I need to start getting current on my student loans, all this stuff. So I bit my tongue and I didn't even make it an issue. I tried to contact HR about a lot of these things. HR is very much so only there to protect the company. They are not there to help people. They are there to seem like it, but they're there for the company, because at first the HR person took my complaints and, like, thanked me, thank you for coming to me with this, all that. But then it very quickly turned into, do you even like this job? And sort of like treating me as the problem for having concerns. So I very quickly learned that I needed to, like, it was just going to make my life even harder to go to HR. So I've been trying to bite my tongue and whatever, and then once I started to sense that things were going the way that they were, and that I would be thrown under the bus, that is why I started documenting the fact that I actually do my job and other people do not. And once I expressed to my director, my ex-director, that I had that documentation and that I've been keeping track, like a little over 1 week later, that's when she claimed today that they have pictures of the stuff that I've left. And there's a whole bunch of issues too, like the dishwashers have been broken for like 2 months and they just put a new one in. So we haven't even been able to properly sanitize the dishes for the last couple months, because the dishwater, it's a sanitizer, and the water gets to a certain temperature. And you can't do that with your hands. You can't do that in a sink. It has to go through the sanitizer. And so for the last couple months, we've just been washing them really well. And when I mentioned that today, because she approved in like the last 2 weeks, she approved for a couple of weeks for us to have a 1 hour late clock out time to make up for the sanitizers being down. However, they've been down for like well over a month before she got that approved late clock out time. And when I tried to bring that up today, she cut me off and she was very condescending, and she was like, she straight up lied and said that they've only been broken for like a couple weeks. And it's just a straight up lie. But on top of that, I tried to bring up all of the other things, like the fact that, other people aren't doing their jobs and stuff. And so I have specific days. I have specific text messages and stuff to show what I'm talking about. But she said that we also have documentation and pictures of the way that you've left the kitchen for the staff the next day after you've worked as well. And I tried to say, because it's true, people bring dirty dishes after the time that I am supposed to be out of here. And part of this whole meeting is you telling me that I need to be out of here at that time. So you can't have it both ways. And I was trying to, bring that point up. And I think she knew what I was trying to say, but she just kept cutting me off and cutting me off. So I wound up getting overwhelmed. And she was trying to say something, and I was like, I am about to just walk out. And so she looked at me and she smiled and she goes, so I'm going to take that as your willful termination. And I was like, I didn't say that I quit. I said I'm about to. And she's like, no, Michael. See, now you're trying to walk it back. So, and then she pointed and she said that the receptionist she's right out there and she can, which that is not the proper way to do things, first of all. Second of all, the receptionist, she was an entire, 2 rooms away. The door was open and I was in the office sitting and the director is in front of me. And then the receptionist's desk is straight up I'm bad at distance, but a full 20 to 30 feet away from where we're having our conversation. So it's that's not. And I could sense for the last couple of months, I could sense for a while now with the way that I've been being ignored and the way that my concerns are just not addressed and the way that I have been treated. I could sense that the director probably was trying to get rid of me, but I just really tried to make it work. I really tried to believe that that wasn't true. I tried to believe that I was just being paranoid. But I wasn't. I'm so frustrated. I have a new job on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now. And like I said, I wanted to do a proper 2 weeks. I wanted to leave amicably. But the director knew what she was doing and how she was treating me. And she was doing it, especially today, she was doing it purposefully. And I truly snapped. And after she did the whole little pointing and telling me that the receptionist was right there, I knew that there wasn't anything I could do. I knew that I was getting ready to be done anyway. And I just looked at her and I said, you know what? And I gave her a smile back and I said, you know what? You're a real piece of shit. You are a real piece of shit. And she looked at me and she went, you know what, Michael? I'm just going to take that as further confirmation of your willful termination. And then she started saying something about, so you need to take off your, my chef coat, and you need to go and I just got up and so she followed me and she started whatever, and I turned around and I said, I am grabbing my personal belongings and then I am leaving. So then she shut the fuck up and she just stood there and she was watching me like this. And I just grabbed my stuff and I left. And she did this thing every time we talked too with her eyes, like today when she was bringing up that I stay late, but then not willing to, actually have a conversation, acknowledge anything. She had this face, which is very like, I dare you to challenge me. Like, it's kind of cocky, it's kind of arrogant, it's kind of like, you're powerless and, you know it, I know it. It's like, you can speak a lot with your eyes and with your face, and I'm gonna do my best to recreate the face that she put on, but it was literally like this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-mm-mm. Um, like, maybe you get the idea, but it's just very like, and the thing is like, I've seen her talk to other people with respect, with like some level of being human, some level of whatever. And she switches up on the people that she doesn't like. And it was really frustrating, and I don't have anything else to say. I was really upset at first. I was planning on leaving anyway. I literally start a new job on Tuesday, but my new job is going to be a pay cut because I'm going to be going from $16 an hour to $12.50, and I would like to find something that's a little bit better. I honestly kind of want to go into a trade or something at this point. Like, I'm not lazy. I'm willing to work. I'm intelligent enough. I can do a good job. And this new job that I'm starting is going to be pretty chill. Like, it's a pretty laid back job. And right now I feel like I kind of need some rest after this whole ordeal, this whole debacle with this last job and the way that I've been treated and just jerked around. And like, our apartment's a mess right now because we just had a friend over for the last couple of days, and like, we have a small place, so it gets kind of messy and stuff pretty quickly, but also like just having a friend over and everything else, and dealing with the stress from the stupid job that I just quit today, like, that's kind of been affecting my ability to do things at home. So I am like kind of excited for tomorrow because tomorrow's Tuesday and I only have a couple of interviews scheduled. So I don't really have to, I have plenty of time, and so I can fix up the apartment tomorrow and get it back to the way that I want it. And I can kind of take my time since I'll at least have some source of income to be able to pay the bills. I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of fun. I'm not going to be able to spend a whole lot of, like, I'm going to have to start being a lot better about the way I spend money. But I just can take a little bit of time to just sort of rest, clear my mind, and like take the time to actually find like a decent fitting job. This last job, it just really sucks because the job itself was really good for me. the people that I was serving really liked me, but it just came down to the very, very, very toxic director and the way that the place is ran. Like, it's very unethical. And it's not a good work environment in terms of like the work culture and whatever else. But in terms of the actual work itself, I enjoyed it. Like, I was doing something that I enjoyed. It was just the way that I was treated by management and whatever, you know. So it kind of sucks. Like, it kind of sucks because when I was there, not having to deal with, you know, the side that I've been talking about, the actual work itself, I enjoyed. I like doing dishes. I like cooking. I like being in a kitchen. Like, I enjoy that. So, other than the way I was being treated, I did enjoy the job, and so it really sucks. But anyway, this is still pretty cold, luckily. I'm gonna have a little bit of this. Whoops. I'm not probably gonna finish this whole thing because, I mean, it's 9:15 right now. We're probably gonna go to bed around like 10:30. So I'll probably only drink a bit of this, but I also was gonna sing a little bit. I just want to like let some stress out. So yeah, I'm gonna sing a little bit. If you don't want to listen to that, you know, click off now. Save your ears. But thanks for, if you did get to this part, thanks for watching. And cheers. Whew. All right. So, the first song that I have is Northern Downpour by Panic at the Disco. One second. I had to clear my throat since I'm going to sing. And I guess I'm going to just not... My nose, I feel nasally, so we'll try it anyway. Alright. If all our life is but a dream, fantastic pose and greed, then we should feed our jewelry to the sea. For diamonds to appear to be just like broken glass to me. And then she said she can't believe genius only comes along in storms of fabled foreign tongues, tripping eyes and flooded lungs. Northern downpour sends its love. Hey moon, please forget to fall down. Hey moon, don't you go down. Sugarcane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. The ink is running toward the page. It's chasing off the days. Look back at both feet and that winding knee. I miss your skin when you were eased. You clicked your heels and wished for me. Through playful lips made of yarn, unraveled words like moths upon old scars. I know the world's a broken bone, but melt your headaches, call it home. Hey moon, please forget to fall down. Hey moon, don't you go down. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. Sugar cane in the easy morning weather veins, my one and lonely. You are at the top of my lungs, drawn to the ones who never young. And the next song, sorry for my finger being in your... Heather by Conan Gray. Ooh. Another little drink. I still remember 3rd of December, me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it did you. Only if you knew how much I liked you. But I watched your eyes as she walks by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than the blue sky. She's got you mesmerized while I die. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave her your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like her better. I wish I were head washed and she stands while she's holding your hand on her shoulder. Now I'm getting colder. How could I hate her? She's such an angel. But then again, kinda wish she were dead as she walks by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than a blue sky. She's got you mesmerized while I die. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. gave her your sweater. It's just polyester, but you liked her better. I wish I were Heather. Okay, I can't do all this like screaming that he does after that. I wish. Oh, why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave her your sweater. It's just polyester. You liked her better. I wish I were. Try not to put my finger in your face. Panic attacks in paradise. Ashley, go. Shit. Typical of me to go and ruin the party. They call me polypessimism. I'm a macabre Barbie. I love you. My boyfriend wants to love me, but I won't let him. I've been predisposed to trauma since I was 11, so I wrote a couple albums to let out some aggression. I hate that I'm so self-deprecating, more comfortable in bad situations. Sucker for a little devastation. And this always happens. Panic attacks in paradise. Pina coladas, I'm terrified. I swear I'm not crying, the sun's just bright. I'm having the best time of my life. Panic attacks in paradise. Under candy skies, telling myself that this is fine. I'm having the best time of my life. It's a big joke, ha ha, I love laughing. It's a big hoax, you're self-help happy, 'cause I'm okay. Pure propane on an open flame. Watch me blow up, my boyfriend wants to love me, but I won't let him. I've been predisposed to trauma since I was 11. To let out my aggression. I hate that I'm so self-deprecating. Bad situation, sucker for a little devastation. And this always happens. I love that song. What's next? I'm glued to the thoughts in my mind. They pester like a hawk in the sky. I am glued to the love in you. It swallows me whole, your heart till it goo. Oh, that's not what I wanna do. Perfectly attached like a noodle in the soup. I'm glued with the XYZ. I'm glued with the ABC and DFG, HIJK, baby. We all have our strong suits built differently. Different experience, different needs. I know we can't die at the same time, but please think about the morbid parts of life no more. I'm trying just to focus on the... I'm sticky, stuck, solidly sealed up to this reality. I'm seeing not what I wish to be achieving. The old idea of me is sometimes it's too much. I'm fucked up and clueless. I'm stuck in a vortex, Empty but no hurting. Is it necessary? Detachment is scary when my pretty feet start to sway. You better turn around the other way. When my doubt starts creeping in, it's hard to let go of all instinctual. Picked up from the environment since a baby. Cut out my procrastination, being sticky stuck, glued all those habits shut, pace me to a new way of being, something that breathe new life in me again. Oh, I love that song too.